And as you can see, it's already 21% depleted, but it's not actually producing very much heat at all. And that is because it is getting clogged up with this nuclear waste. So I'm going to have to find a way to actually deal with this. Now, unlike the fuel cores, the fuel pellets, as well as the enriched uranium and depleted uranium powders that I use to make these pellets, this nuclear waste is actually quite toxic, and if I were to simply pick it up and put it in my inventory, I would get irradiated and probably die, because it gives you a half an hour debuff that will eventually kill you. So that is something I need to handle. Now, I did come up with a way that I can actually do this and dispose of it without actually touching it myself. There is a way to do it inside the mod pack, inside the mod itself. Let me look at the book. Turn this off. Now, what you're supposed to do is use, where is it? These spent fuel containers as well as nuclear waste disposal drums. Now, the spent fuel containers are mainly for the short lifespan nuclear waste. Now, as you saw as I was mousing over it, each of the different nuclear waste has its own half-life that it will last before it decays and disappears. Now, some of it only lasts a few hours, a few days. Others will last years, and the short lifespan ones can go into this, which is the spent fuel container, and you can have it underwater and leave it, and it'll sit there and eventually degrade and disappear. And this is the long-lived nuclear waste disposal thing, which is the nuclear waste disposal drum, which you can put all the longer-lasting, long half-life nuclear waste into it. Unfortunately, it lasts a very long time, and if you go near the drum itself, you will get irradiated. So you have to put this drum deep down underground someplace and leave it there and just forget about it. That's basically how this is supposed to work. But the problem with that is having a highly radioactive drum of nuclear waste just buried someplace underground nearby or close to my base, someplace where I could actually get to it, isn't really much of an option, especially since it's on a server and I don't want to actually accidentally irradiate other people. So what I think I'm going to do is make some more of this applied energistics machinery to handle all this stuff. So I'm going to need some IMI cables, import buses, 16 of them actually, one for each of the the fuel cores. Hopefully there's enough there. Are there enough in there? Import buses? Is it going to be able to make them? Yeah, there we go. I'm also going to need an IMI controller, one, an access terminal, one, and an IMI drive, as well as something to power it. Because what I plan on doing is having an entire ME computer system down there next to my reactor with import buses to each one of those fuel cores. That way I can pull out the nuclear waste as it is produced, and it will be able to be disposed of without any problems. Let's see, 39,350. Cool, still going. So yeah, I'm going to be, just need to wait for this stuff to finish processing, and I'll go do that. There we go. Finally got all the import buses I needed, as well as some more cable. That took a lot longer than I thought it would because I was out of iron. I was actually out of iron, and it just had to wait for more to extract down. So now that I've got those and everything else, I did make another redstone energy cell, and looks like it's full. So let's grab this as well, because I'm going to need this to power the actual ME system once I get it set up. So let's go over here and I will show you exactly what it is I plan to do. Now, as I said before, the actual fuel cores themselves will eventually fill up with these nuclear waste pieces, such as all these different types. Some of them have a half-life of 6 hours, some 28 years. And like I said, you could take these short half-lives and stick them in one of those small nuclear waste disposal boxes and drums and like that, and just have them buried deep underground where the radiation would not be a problem. But what I plan on doing is having a area, maybe, let's put this over here, build a nice little area over here out of the way, and build it up just a little bit so I can place this stuff over here, because I want to put this little computer system, build a tiny little computer system with just enough area for it to work. So I need the ME controller, the drive, and an access terminal just so I can look into it. So there, there, and there. And I will put this power system here with some power going out the sides, just like that. There we go. It's only using 9 RF per tick, which is very nice. So I just need to stick this 1K storage in there, which should be more than enough storage room. And what I plan on doing is having these import buses, one on each of these fuel cores, just like this, and bop, 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 bop. That way these will automatically pull out all of the spent fuel, all that nuclear waste will get sent through here. Fell down there. And hopefully I will be able to, is that right? Yeah, there we go. Actually, I could probably put it right here, since I'm going to have to put it on the top anyway. And there we go. We break this one. And this should be pulling out all of the spent fuel. Yep, there we go. Look at all the all the nuclear waste already produced. That's the only real problem. All this nuclear waste was what was keeping it from functioning properly. So, now that I've got the fuel done like that, because like I was saying earlier, unlike the fuel pellets and the stuff like this, which I can just pick up and with no ill effects, this nuclear waste, I cannot just pick it up. If I pick it up and have it in my inventory, it will give me radiation poisoning. It will kill you slowly over time, and that's something you have to worry about. Now, like I said before, there is a special radiation suit. Well, there's this, which you can use to make a hazmat suit, which can protect you from the radiation and keep you from getting infected. But the more nuclear waste you're holding, the less effective it is. And there is a critical point where it will just not work at all. But even with all of this stuff in here, I can go in here, pick up this ME storage drive, hold it in my inventory with absolutely no ill effects. Haha. And once this fills up, which will take a very long time because it has a lot, even for a 1K storage, this has a lot of area that you can just dump stuff into it, so it'll be a while before this fills up. But once it does, I can just take this out of here, throw it in a bunch of lava, in a block of lava or something, and be rid of it without any real worry. Because one of the main problems with the nuclear waste is that not only will it poison you, But if I were to take this out and just throw it on the ground, it would actually poison the ground and the area around it for a fair distance. It would kill grass, kill trees, any animals that were nearby or walking through the radiation area would die. So yeah, this stuff is very dangerous, and you need to dispose of it properly and in a way that will not poison the environment. And which is why I'm using this system instead of the barrel and drum thing that was actually provided with the reactor craft. Because as nice as it is, it's still putting barrels of nuclear waste deep underground, which someone could stumble on, or I could actually stumble on when I'm not paying attention. So yeah, let's turn this back on. Get some steam built up in here. That way we can actually see if this is working. Hopefully it should be working now that I've removed all the nuclear waste. Yep, there we go. And that is something to be aware of. The nuclear waste building up inside the fuel core on the side right here will impede its ability to generate heat and keep it from working properly, and actually slow it down and cause it to not really run all that well. But since I have all that nuclear waste out of there, it should be fine now. So with just that little bit of time, it should have generated enough steam for me to at least test this out. So let's put this back on, and we can see exactly how much power this is generating. Ah, there we go. As you can see, now that I have all the steam funneling through the side right here up into this condenser right here, it is all coming straight up, being condensed into low pressure water, which is then being sucked through the pipe and being destroyed in the void cell. Fluid void from extra cells. So yeah. Now this is generating, it's getting up to speed. It does take it a while to actually get up to speed, but this has a maximum speed of 65k rads, and it's already out of steam. So let me turn this on so it can actually get up to speed. Retract all. There we go. Because I want it to get up to speed so I can actually show you exactly how much speed it can generate. This will take a while though. Huh. Come on. But yeah, this is the basic setup. While I'm waiting, this is the basic setup I'm going to go for. Well, maybe not this exact design. I mean, I'm going to have a actual building around this. I'll probably do that off camera because it's just going to be me building a basic little building here just to cover this up, as well as something to protect this turbine with. So like I said, I need to protect it from zombies or anyone else or anything else falling into it and damaging the actual fan blades. But yeah, this is the basic setup I'm going to go for. And if I'm not mistaken, this reactor setup should be able to produce enough steam to power 3 or 4 of these. Maybe. Ow. Oh. Ooh, I did not. I think I was too close to that. Hopefully it didn't damage it. Hope it didn't damage it. It didn't show an explosion or anything. Or was that just the steam? Maybe. Oh, I think this is steam. I think it was just getting too close to the steam itself. Close to the steam? Yep. It was just the steam. I was worried I got into the fan blades. But yeah, if you stand inside the steam, you will get damaged, I guess. But as you can see, it's finally up to full speed. 65k rads is the maximum speed this can go. It has 12k torque, and it's putting out 800 megawatts of power, which is massive. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to get to it in this episode, so I think I'm going to come back next time and actually, once I actually have a nice big structure set up around this, have all this protected, because I don't want to set up the power generation system that I'm actually going to be using right now since I'm probably going to tear this down and rebuild it once I actually have a structure to put it in. So yeah, I think I'm going to take a break for right now and get working on the actual structure and set this up so I'll be ready for next time. And next time I will work on the actual redstone flux power generation that I'm going to use to turn all this mechanical energy into electrical power. So until next time, this has been Bobson. This has been Horizons Mod Pack on the Feed the Beast launcher, and I will see you later. Bye.